Vande Guru Shri Charanarvindam. Vande Guru Shri Charanarvindam. Vande Guru Shri Charanarvindam. Vande Guru Shri Charanarvindam. Vande Guru Shri Vande Guru Shri Charanarvindam. Vande Guru Shri Charanarvindam. Vande Guru Shri Charanarvindam. Samsara Dava Davanidalota Pranayaka Yonya Gana Gana. Prakasya Kalyana Punanavasa. Vande Guru Shri Charanarvindam. Prakasya Kalyana Punanavasa. Om Mahaprabhu Kirtanane Tarita Vadita Madha Manasura Sena. Romancho Kampa Chotaranga Bhajo. Vande Guru Shri Charanarvindam. Romancho Kampa Chotaranga Bhajo. Vande Guru Shri Charanarvindam. Shri Vigrahara Dhanantanana Shingaratan Mandiramandana. Vigrahara Dhanantanana Om Shri Vigrahara Dhanantanana Shingaratan Mandiramandana. Yuktasya bhaktam srinanjatoti. Vande Guru Shri Charanarvindam. Yuktasya bhaktam srinanjatoti. Vande Guru Shri Charanarvindam. Oh, Vande Guru Shri Charanarvindam. Vande Guru Shri Charanarvindam. Chaturvidashi Bhagavat Prasado Swadana Krishna Hari Bhakta Sangha. Chaturvidashi Bhagavat Prasado Swadana Krishna Krite Vatipti Bhajata Sadeva. Vande Guru Shri Charanarvindam. Krite Vatipti Bhajata Sadeva. Vande Mahapurushe Charanarvindam. Vande Mahapurushe Charanarvindam. Vande Mahapurushe Charanarvindam. Shri Radhika Madhaverapara Madhurya Leela Gunarupana. Shri Radhika Madhaverapara Madhurya Leela Pratishanasmadhanaloupasa Vande Guru Shri Charanarvindam Pratishanasmadhanaloupasa Vande Guru Shri Charanarvindam Nikunjayonam Rati Kevisedaya Yayurviyo Tirabhayaniya Rati Kevisedaya Yayurviyo Tatati Daksha Ati Balbhadra Vande Guru Shri Charanarvindam Tatati Daksha Ati Balbhadra Vande Guru Shri Charanarvindam Sakshat Hari Sevam Samasta Shastre Uttasya Nava Ataiva Sadi Sakshat Hari Sevam Samasta Shastre Kintu Prabhuya Priya Eva Tasya Vande Guru Shri Charanarvindam Kintu Prabhuya Priya Eva Tasya Vande Guru Shri Charanarvindam Yasya Prasada Bhagavat Prasado Yasya Prasada Bhagati Patoki Yasya Prasada Bhaya Suvam Tasya Yasya Prisande Vande Guru Shri Charanarvindam Bhaya Suvam Tasya Yasya Prisande Vande Guru Shri Charanarvindam Śrīmad Guru Satame Tayushri Brahme Muhurte Pasati Prayatna Yaste Navinda Vananath Sasha Devaya Lavya Vanatu Kumeva Yaste Navinda Vande Guru Charanarvindam Vande Charanarvindam Vande Vande Guru Shri Charanarvindam Vande Guru Shri Charanarvindam Vande Guru everyone Gurudev ki Vande Guru Shri Charanarvindam Vande Guru Shri Charanarvindam Vande Guru Shri Vande Guru Shri Charanarvindam Vande Guru Shri Charanarvindam Vande Guru Shri Charanarvindam Vande Guru Shri Charanarvindam Jaya Gurudeva Jaya Guru Jaya Gurudeva 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 Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Gaur Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Om Sai Gaur Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol. Sai Gaur Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Sai Gaur. Jayo Patita Pavan Gurudeva, Patita Pavan Gurudeva. Oh Gurudev, Mataji has one poem she said she wants to sing. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjanशलाकया Chakshurumlitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah. Gurave Gauri Chandraya Radhikaye Stadalaye Krishnaya Krishna Bhaktaya Tadbhaktaya Namo Namah. Namo Vishnu Padaya Radhikaye Priyatmane Śrīmate Bhaktivedānta Nārāyaṇa Namane. Vanchakalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhya eva cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnebhyo namo namah. Ananda Leela Maya Vigrahaya Himamya Divya Chavi Sundaraya Tasmai Mahapremraspadaya Chaitanya Chandraya Namo Namaste. Radha Chinta Niveshinam Yasya Kanti Vilopita Shri Krishna Charanam Vande Radha Lingitam Vigraham. Bhaktya Vihinaya Parada Lakshay Shiptasya Kamaditaram Madde Kripamai Tam Sharanam Prapanna Vrinde Namaste Charanarvindam. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasari Gaur Bhaktivinoda Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Welcome everyone on this very special day, Mauni Amavasya, the appearance day of our beloved Srila Gurudev, who has unlimited glories and unlimited pastimes and unlimited Harikatha. Because he has no limits, he is unlimited. Because he always dwells in that unlimited realm of unlimited love of Shri Radha Vinod Bihari. So on this day, prior to this 6 days, every evening we were hearing some glories, many glories of Srila Gurudev from philosophical aspects. And today is, let's say, the final day of our festival here, which is on his appearance day, which happened in 1921. So, in the middle of all the senior devotees, Gurudev's dear devotees, their sons and their darling daughters, we all have so many memories of Srila Gurudev. So on this day, while hearing some Harikatha or singing, we can recall all those memories. Where he gave us so much love and affection and chastisements of many kind, so that we can get more encouraged and never forget him, never forget those memories, and never forget those his lotus feet and his services. We just beg and pray on this day. We are patit, we are fallen, and you are patit pavan. You are the savior of the fallen. We can't compete, and we are very stubborn in our nature of not able to give up or don't want to give up our flaws and our mistakes. We just begging you again and again with folded hands. Please forgive our offenses and never reject us, and always give us your compassion and the service to your divine lotus feet. Hare Krishna, sorry. Mataji has some poem to say.
Om Gyantimirandasya Gananjala Shalakaya Chakshuramitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. I'm having one memory of Gurudev. He said, one time he said, your poetry is very high. And then he brought his hand down pointing at me. You become like your poetry, no duplicity. So that's a process. And this morning I prayed to Gurudev to inspire this poem, so this is from his perspective. I am so happy my spiritual family has gathered to praise my beloved Swami and remember me. I am swimming in praying as I gather roses to decorate their swing, as we sing a song I compose. When your time comes, don't worry, you will know me in my Manjari form, and we will dance in ecstasy as the residents here gather to celebrate your return. So many Manjari friends, no more lonely separation, rather total jubilation. What caused you to fret is no more. Poverty, pain, and disease, a distant memory, a fragment of a dream, and your ever-present grief from your misplaced belief that I forsake you when I left my body behind is replaced by pure joy when you find I am as close as your own heart, and your eyes and mind when you look at the words in my books open the windows to the home where I roam, and contrive to enhance another blissful reunion, another dance of divine love in eternal pastimes, elevated above all misery. Trust, my beloved Jivas, this is your destiny. You are alive in my memory. As you know, I never forget, especially at the moment of your death, when every hardship has blessed you to no longer yearn to return for another birth. As your love for me shines through this day, know I will ensure remembrance of their holy names. Hare Krishna, Radhe. Then I will greet you with a sweet, once you have left your now unwanted body behind at my command. Clasp my hands, gaze into my azure eyes, and fly into the spiritual sky. And I thought the poem was finished, but then it went on. You read this and think you have no worth. I laugh. The joke's on you. We know the truth, those we have accepted into our disciplic succession are beloved by us. So please stop beating yourselves up to a hopeless state when you succumb to some distraction. Just pray to remember and strive to chant. Fill your home with transcendental sound, recorded or live, to surround you with a shield so Maya will yield. The chatter will subside. What matters will rise. My presence in your life. Jai Gurudev.
Yes. Gopal Prabhuji, please say a few words. Srila Gurudev.
Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Jutta Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamscha. Any glorification of Srila Gurudev Nārāyaṇa Mahārāja requires a glorification of his moods, his teachings. This is ideal and primary. As Mahārāja said yesterday, that he feels he's echoing the thoughts of the devotees here in this Sangha. I think he knows, and everyone here knows, that the case is the exact opposite. We are echoing his thoughts and his internal understandings of Srila Gurudev, because that's what Mahārāja has come to offer. So in the long run, it all boils down to what are these thoughts and internal intentions of someone like Srila Gurudev. Mahārāja began by saying that first you have to have intention. What do you want? That thing has to be clear. Aishvarya Gyanite Sabha Jagat Mishrita Aishvarya Sitila Prem Nahi Mor Prita. Do you want something big and great and majestic? Do you want something infinite in size, or do you want something intimate in heart? We can begin by making that decision. Something big and infinite, something clear and pristine and intimate. This decision is the beginning of understanding the teachings of Gurudev. He didn't just come and give Radha Dasya, Radha Bhav. These things are the paramount, the top of the mountain of Srila Gurudev's teachings and of all of our acharyas. But he gave a discrimination, a foundation which builds up to and toward that ideal, that beautiful conclusion. This is the job of all of our acharyas. Look at Srila Rupa Gosvāmī. To celebrate Srila Nārāyaṇa Mahārāja is practically speaking like celebrating Srila Rupa Gosvāmī. It's very similar in context. Srila Rupa Gosvāmī's Upadeshamrita starts with, control your senses, fool. Some place to begin, some footing, some foundation. And within 11 verses, he's talking about the glories of Śrīmati and her Radha Kund. This is the wide berth, the clear progression that Srila Gurudev and all of our acharyas have given. So where will we start? Kriti Sadhya Bhave. Srila Rupa Gosvāmī says, Sadhya Bhav. We will start with the end point in mind. What is Bhav? Sadhya means the ideal, the thing we're aiming for, the goal, the prayojan. What is that? Bhav. If we're doing our sadhana, if we're doing any of our seva without that pursuit of bhav, it's not real sadhana. Kriti sadhya bhavet sadhya bhavasa sadhana. So this is the beginning to understand what is the goal. And bhav is a general thing. What is it? It's a prem suryangsu. It's a little speck, a beginning of prem. That's what we begin. Who can describe, who can embrace, who can get your head around the idea of prem? None of us. It's swasamvedya. It can only be understood by experiencing it, not by even talking about it. No understanding, clear understanding will come in the ultimate sense. So Srila Rupa Gosvāmī tells us that make bhav your goal, because bhav is the beginning of that prem, and bhav is something that you can get a sense of, that I can try for this. Because what is bhav? Bhav is a combination of ruchi. Ruchi bish chitta mashrinya. That's the definition of bhav. We all know what it's like to have a little drop of ruchi, a little teeny bit of taste when we see the deity, when we hear wonderful harikatha, when we chant the holy name. Just a little bit, a modicum, it's a drop, something. Ruchi bischitta mashrinya, and as that builds up and builds critical mass, it becomes bhav. So this is where we start. What am I trying for? Of course, that's a general idea. More specifically, still there are gradations. What Mahārāja was saying, I want to try and parallel what Mahārāja said, because all he's doing is, the whole last week was preparing us for this day, for this mood. So he was telling us about this gradation. How does it move? He used the example of Prahlād Mahārāja and Ambarish Mahārāja. Prahlād Mahārāja means Jnani Bhakta. He's some idea of Krishna's opulence, but still pure devotee. Jnani Bhakta, Shuddha Bhakta, Premi Bhakta, Prem Para Bhakta, and Prem Atur Bhakta. These are the building stages, the increments in which the higher stages of Bhav, Prem, and ultimately Braj Bhakti come, beyond even Prematur, Uddhava. Uddhava is Krishna's best friend in Mathura. Uddhava is Krishna's servant. Uddhava is Krishna's message carrier. Uddhava is Krishna's advisor. What shall I do? If I don't know, Krishna is pretending. If I don't know what to do, I'll ask Uddhava. Such an important person. And what does Uddhava means? Prematur bhakti. Prematur means it's very dynamic, it's very turbulent, it's very dramatic. That kind of bhakti is Uddhava. But what does Uddhava say? Asamaho charanarenu jushamaham pam. Vrindavane kimapi gulmalatau sadinam. I just want to be a small little, herb-like medicinal plant or grass or leaf in Vrindavan. But even in that stage of prema that Uddhava is talking about, some high thing, there are stages. Mahārāja quoted the verse, Aradhyo Bhagavan Brajesha Tanaya Tadama Vrindavanam Ramya Kvachid Upashana Vrajavadu Vargenava Kalpita. There are stages. Means in the beginning, worship Bhagavan, Aradhyo Bhagavan. What Bhagavan? That Bhagavan which is Satchidananda, that Bhagavan which is Sarva Karana Karanam, that Bhagavan which is Aham Sarvasya Prabhavo. This is the great Bhagavan, but not quite that Bhagavan. Ramya Kvat Aradhyo Bhagavan. What kind of Bhagavan? Vrajesha Tanaya Tadama Vrindavana. The Bhagavan that is the son, the darling son of Nanda Mahārāja. Vrajesha Tanaya Tadama Vrindavanam. In the Dham of Vrindavan. That Bhagavan. But even more than that, how will we worship that Bhagavan? Ramya Kvachid Upashana Vrajavadu Vargenava Kalpita. The Vrajavadu, the gopis of Braj. No one will argue, at least in the Gaudiya Sampradaya, that the highest type of worship is the worship of the Braj gopis. And Mahārāja was mentioning that those Braj gopis, they have a love-hate relationship with Krishna's flute. They love it, they can't get enough of it, they're praying to hear it, and they hate it because it controls everything they do. Even when they're in Man. They can't stay in Man when they hear that flute. And so, this, what looks to be an inanimate piece of bamboo, that inanimate piece of bamboo, they can love it or they can be very envious of it. That piece of inanimate wood is on his lips. They are our lips. That wood is where we should be. Some kind of Rudabhav, amazing envy of Krishna's flute. And this is, of course, as many of you know, this is from their glorification of Krishna's flute, Venu Gita. And then they talk about the deer. Mahārāja mentioned all this, so that I'm going over some of the things he said. The glorification of the deer. Why are the deer so glorious? Because their husbands don't stop them from going closer to Krishna. As a matter of fact, their husbands nudge them in the direction of Krishna. Do our husbands do that? Oh, we're so low. The birds are sitting on the branches, and when they hear the flute, they lose external consciousness and fall off the branch and only catch themselves halfway down and flutter up back onto the branch to do it again. So the gopis are appreciating all these aspects of this mood in Braj Vrindavan. And finally, of course, amongst the gopis there is Śrīmati herself. And Śrīmati Radhika, she says, Moraman Vamadina, Yena Mina. I feel like my mind, there's something wrong with my mind. Moraman Vamadina. It's a very lowly thing. Something weird is happening in my mind. Moraman Vamadina. Vama. It's contrary to everything I want it to do. It does the opposite. What's wrong here? Moraman Vamad Jalavina Yena Mina. It's like a fish. And when that fish is out of water, all it can do is flap helplessly. There's no way of being controlled. It fears for its death. Krishna Vina Kshane Mariyai. Mare means death. Without Krishna, this mind will die like that fish. So this is the beginning of the moods of Śrīmati Radhika. The very person who's fixed himself in my mind is the person I want to forget. But by trying to forget him, he's there more and more and more. This is the state of my mind. So no glorification of Srila Gurudev would be complete without glorification of Radha Dasya. So I'll just end with a couple insights from Srila Rupa Gosvāmī and Srila Prabodhananda Saraswati Thakur on this topic. Prabodhananda Saraswati Thakur, in his glorification of the Rasa dance, he tells a wonderful, wonderful story about Krishna, who's separated from Radhika in the mood of man. Then Krishna's lamenting. So he sends a messenger. And the messenger talks to Krishna, speaks with Śrīmati Radhika, all of her people, all of her Sakhis. And he says, there's a boy. He's this Sham Divya Kishore. He's the most beautiful color you could ever imagine. It's a divine color, Sham Divya Kishore. He's a divine youth. And he is Rasatmika. He is Kevala Kam Rasatmika. There's one thing, Kevala, one thing he is. Full of intense desire. But, in turn, everybody, even the goddess of fortune, wants to be with him. The goddess of fortune and all of her associates and all the demigoddesses line up to be with this young forest youth. But here's the secret, the messenger says. Actually, that youth is running around the forest looking for, reaching for, sniffing for the scent of your lotus feet, Radha. Now Radharani's starting to listen. Her mind is being broken. And then in that moment, when she's about to take the hand of this messenger and go with her to Krishna, Lalita Sakhi jumps in. Says, no, you've just told a beautiful story, and you yourself are very beautiful. But go away. Get out of here immediately. Lalita's, this everyone knows. Lalita is like prakara. Very, like almost harsh sometimes. Very sharp is a good word. Prakara. And Śrīmati Radhika is mridvi. Śrīmati Radhika is madhya. That means She can become mukta or mritvi, very innocent and soft and childlike. And on the other hand, she can listen to Lalita and become very prakara herself, very adult-like and very in charge, even in charge of her own lover. Swadhin Bhartrika. That means, Swadhin means that she controls her Bhartrika, her husband, means Krishna. She can control him. So she has, as a Madhya Nayaka, she has this span. She can go all the way from an innocent, young, youth-like girl to a harsh, adult-like controller of Krishna. She can do all of this. She is the most broad-based of all gopis. So many more moods in her. They are all expressions of her individual moods. So Lalita says, go away from here. We don't want you. Because that person you're talking about, this was a wonderful story, but he's a cheater. He will come, if he really loves Srimati Radhika, why isn't he here right now? So the messenger has to go back to Krishna empty-handed with nothing. And lastly, Srila Rupa Gosvāmī tells another very quick story about Srimati, Rupa Gosvāmī is speaking about Lalita in her relationship with Krishna. Remember, all manjaris, all at least pransakis and nityasakis, they are under the juta, under the control of their yuteshwari. That means Lalita Devi herself. So, everybody's chastising Krishna because he's made Radha cry. So Lalita comes to Krishna, and she's chastising him, and all her sakis, all her followers are chastising Krishna. And even the parrots chirp in. Everything, all the animals are telling Krishna, you've made her cry. And you're looking down with these wide, innocent eyes, Krishna, so embarrassed, so chagrined, so dominated. If I could just see you at that moment, my life would be perfect. But of course, Srila Rupa Goswami is not saying this for his own mood. He's saying it because he sees this as an opportunity to serve, as Rupa Manjari, to serve Krishna by talking to Lalita, talking to Srimati Radhika, and bringing them back around to see that Krishna really is what the messenger said he was. So Srila Rupa Goswami as Rupa Manjari, no selfish desire, no, oh, I want to see this, even though it's an amazing sight, embarrassed Krishna. He's not saying it for his own self. He's saying it because there is an opportunity for service. This is the mood of Srila Rupa Goswami. These words were written by Srila Rupa Goswami. And of course, as everyone, I wish I had all night to talk about the moods of Srila Rupa Goswami and how they relate to Srila Nārāyaṇa Mahārāja and ultimately to those of us in his downline. But I've already talked too long, so I should stop, once again stressing that it is these moods which define both our Rupa Nuga Sampradaya and Srila Gurudev himself. Thank you.
Come on, pull it down.
So today, on this day, we're observing our Srila Gurudev's Vyasa Puja. Vyasa Puja because also, just like Vyasadev was dividing and explaining the sastras, also Guru is doing this. And we're seeing that on this day, the glorification, explanation of the Lord's pastimes also befitting. Gurudev says often that the highest glorification we can give for our acharyas coming in this line of Rupa Goswāmī is how much they are close and how much they are following in the line of Rupa Goswāmī. And so, in the case of our Gurudev, it is almost so evident that we don't even need to say anything. Because our Gurudev was one of the first pranam mantra I learned for Gurudev. Namaste Gurudevaya Shri Rupaya Priyatmane Śrīmad Bhaktivedānta Nārāyaṇa Gosvāmī iti namane. This really is the perfect embodiment. This is really what Gurudev embodied so much and what he gave. On his first tours, we're so much becoming more familiar with the word spontaneous devotion. And as the verse quoted, or part of it, what Gurudev would stress in the beginning tours, Sakala Jagate Kore Maulik Vidi Bhakti Vidi Bhakti Vrajabhav Paite Nahi Shakti. That this whole world, they're all engaged in Vidhi Bhakti. But Vidhi Bhakti is not able to bring us to Vrindavan. So Gurudev, he brought Vrindavan. And he gave us the process by following the line of Rupa Goswāmī, by following the progress, the process, Sankhya Purva Vandama Gala TV, by imbibing the mood of the Goswāmis. So this spontaneous devotion was so attractive, such an attractive word. Spontaneous. We generally do bhakti because, bhakti is it's the highest thing, the highest attainment. It is the Jaiva Dharma. It is the Savaipum Samparo Dharma, the Paradharma. But this is all yukti, this is all logic and something we're doing because we understand it's the highest. Spontaneous is that we do bhakti because we want to go to Vrindavan. We don't need any other reason. We chant Hare Krishna because by chanting that'll take us the fastest way we can go there. So this was such a necessity at that time when Gurudev started his preaching tour in '96 to really re-emphasize the teachings given by our previous acharyas, given by Sri Prabhupada, Swami Mahārāja, and to really impress upon the whole world, which he did, the depth of this Rupanuga, Raganuga line. The depth, showing us the depth by stressing verses like Tan Nama Rupa Charitari Sukirtananu, showing what is the highest thing. To be engaged 24 hours in Vrindavan, in the guidance of Vaishnavas, remembering Krishna's name, form, pastimes, lila. Stressing, these are all verses of Rupa Gosvāmī, right? Anya Abhilasati Sunyam. Kriti Satya Bhavet Sadhya, the definition of sadhan, the definition of bhav. So, really we can see like the Shakta Vesh, like the avesh or absorption of power of Rupa Gosvāmī, and how Gurudev gave that so much. So with Gurudev's own definition of what the highest glorification we can give to acharyas, we can see Gurudev had that all naturally. And so this is why it's so invaluable to celebrate, and then not to celebrate these days of our acharyas, of Srila Gurudev, his Vyasa Puja, his disappearance day and appearance day. Because now naturally we're growing our relationship with the Sampradaya, with Rupa Gosvāmī, with the pastimes of Radha and Krishna. Naturally the same things that Srila Prabhupada wanted to give, the same things that other acharyas wanted to give, automatically, by following these days, by remembering Srila Gurudev, his pastimes, his teachings. And therefore, when someone can't understand why is it such importance, and why is it such a big celebration for one of our teachers, but the reason is because our pure teachers that are perfectly in line with Krishna, and very near dear to the purpose and heart of our Goswamis in our line. And by following that, naturally, this brings us closer. And naturally, puts us in the best position to attaining Krishna. So just like the verse we're saying, Sakshat Haridvena Samasta Sastra, that the Guru, Shri Guru is just like directly the Lord himself. Why? Because Kentu Prabhuya Priya Imitasya, but it's actually the Lord's most dearest. And because of his position, we are giving so much emphasis, so much importance, and so much energy for the celebration of today, Srila Gurudev's Vyasa Puja. And in this, we're worshipping Shri Krishna Vrindavan, Shri Rupa Gosvāmī, our Upano Gaudiya line, and all our acharyas in that line. And by this, we're taking like the most direct shortcut back to Goloka Vrindavan. So, these words, I offer my limited ton of pranams. I give all thanks to all the devotees who've come together. Because by ourselves, difficult, but together, we can be very strong to glorify and to continue the service. Especially Srila Mahārāja who's coming and inspiring us all. But also all the devotees. And serve this glorification of Vaishnavas. Shri Guru Charana Ark Shri Krishna Chaitanya Pad Padma Pavayaya Murikaritanya. The Guru, the Vaishnavas, they They come and they help us attain the lotus feet of Shri Guru and Chaitanya. So we're very fortunate to be in this festival, observing, and I'm very thankful for everyone, and especially Mahārāja, and for my Bhaktivedānta pranams and gratitude. And I'll stop here.
Hare Krishna. Shama Priya Mataji? She served so much this entire week, cooking and always in the back scene. So I request her to please glorify Gurudev for 5 minutes. Just stay there. Let me give you mic there.
Namo Vishnu Padaya Radhikaya Priyatmane Śrīmad Bhaktivedānta Nārāyaṇa Vanchakalpatarubhyascha Siddhivayascha Patitanam Pavanam Vaishnavaya. Feel extremely grateful to be here in the Bhaktivedānta Sangha. And also for the presence of Mahārāja to come all the way out in the middle of the ocean like this means a lot to us, because even though we're in a jungle, we are in a desert in some sorts. Like I was thinking of Rupa Manohar, he would always say how Srila Gurudev said, I'll come and water you. Because he said, Gurudev, it's like when you leave, it's like a desert. He goes, I'll have to come and water you. So I just know that by sending his nearest and dearest disciples and those who took shelter at his lotus feet, like Mahārāja and Gosvāmī and everybody who had any time in the mat with Gurudev serving, and Gosvāmī's family here, but especially our traveling Mahārājas who come and water us. They're giving us a taste of the foot dust of Srila Gurudev, those moods that Srila Gurudev wanted to imbibe in us, and he's always, I just really feel strongly, he's always coming and he's helping us so much. And we should never think that Gurudev's gone. There's no way he's gone. There's too much communication, there's too much magic that still happens all around him and his disciples. And when he was first coming, I remember thinking, why me? And I thought, Gurudev was like on a rescue mission. He came to the West because he promised Srila Swami Maharaj that he would come. He promised him. And he was keeping that promise. But he had so much of his own services to do that when he first came, he said he was late and he was sorry for being late. But little did we know he was going to be like an ocean of mercy and just pull us up on everything, all of our misconceptions over time. And so many of us had fallen into a pit of somewhat despair at seeing how the international society was falling apart and all the things that were going there. But Gurudev came like a radical current of bhakti shakti and just totally realived everybody and put them right back on course from where they left off, and then just like his whole going beyond Vaikuntha, so many of his books were like, no, there's something more. So we're incredibly indebted to Gurudev because we had a lot of misconceptions, and he fine-tuned those things that we knew, but he also pulled us out of more darkness that just in layers and levels of Krishna consciousness, which is so deep. It's such a deep river. And when I look at our parampara, I just can't believe my great good fortune that I have anything to do with this parampara. And I don't feel capable of any kind of repayment. I don't feel qualified or capable to repay. I'll always feel indebted, and there's such a sweetness in that debt. I only pray that I'm always inspired to try to somehow find a way to show my gratitude and appreciation. Like Marsh was saying, the least we can do is show our gratitude and appreciation by at least following his instructions and
I want to be a better disciple. I just want to take advantage of that gratitude space and just know that he gave us instructions. We have to go back to those instructions, and we have to make a promise to Gurudev. And Vyasa Puja is a good day to make that promise that I will try much harder. I will do much more. I will try to make some payment. Although it is an impossible and sweet chore, I will try. So my heart, like so many useless and helpless flowers, withered and desperate. I feel so much love from this person, and I feel like he really rescued me from a type of hell. And anyway, I just offer my obeisance, and to everyone who follows that person, anyone who has anything to do with that person, I'm yours, and I'm in a debt to you as well. So thank you so much. Jai Shri Gurudev.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, all respected devotees. On every appearance day of Shri Ram Krishna Mahaprabhu, Gurudev always used to ask, especially in Mathura, to sing Mangal Geetam, which invokes all auspiciousness. When I was hearing those respected speakers speaking about Gurudev, just remembering all those, all those days in Mathura, me, Gaur Sundar Prabhu, Shravan, we were all together. On any auspicious day, Gurudev always used to ask his brahmacharis to sing this bhajan, which invokes all auspiciousness. So Gurudev, what can be more auspicious day than this for a fallen disciple like us? You taught us to sing this, to invoke auspiciousness of Krishna. I want to sing this, and we are all going to sing this, to invoke auspiciousness and blessings of Gurudev on us, remembering him on this day. Shri Gurudev ki jai. Yoga Milton.
352.
352 in the book.
And in this book, 501.
Shita Kamala Kucha Mandala Hari Shita Kamala Kucha Mandala Rita Kundala Rita Drita Kundala Kalita Lalita Vanamala Jaya Jaya Deva Hare 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 Jaya Jaya Deva Hare Hare Jaya Jaya Deva Dinamani Mandala Mandana Dinamani Mandala Bhavakhandana Bhavakhandana Munijana Manasa Bhavakhandana Munijana Manasa Jaya Jaya Deva Hare 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 Jaya Jaya Deva Hare Hare Deva Hare Hare Jaya Jaya Aliya Vishadhara Nandana Aliya Vishadhara Janaram Jana Yadukula Nalina Dinesha Janaranjana Yadukula Nalina Dinesha Jayo Jayo Deva Hare Hare Jayo Jayo Deva Madhubura Naraka Vinashana Madhubura Naraka Vinashana Garuasana Garuasana Surakula Kini Nidana Garuasana Surakula Kini Nidana Jaya Jaya Deva Hare Hare Jaya Jaya Deva Amala Kamala Dala Lochana Hari Amala Kamala Dala Lochana Bhava Mochana Bhava Mochana Tribhuvana Bhavana Nidana Bhava Mochana Tribhuvana Bhavana Nidana Jayo Jayo Deva Hare 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 Jaya Jaya Deva Hare Hare Jaya Jaya Deva Hare Hare Janaka Sutta Krita Bhushana Hari Janaka Sutta Krita Bhushana Jita Dushana Jita Dushana Jita Dushana Samara Shamita Dashakanta Jita Dushana Samara Shamita Dashakanta Jayo Jayo Deva Hare Hare Jayo Jaya Deva Abhinava Jaladara Sundara Abhinava Jaladara Sundara Draita Mandara Draita Mandara Shri Mukha Chanda Chakora Draita Mandara Shri Mukha Chanda Chakora Draita Mandara Radha Mukha Chanda Chakora Draita Mandara Radha Mukha Chanda Chakora Jayo Jayo Deva Hare Hare Jayo Jayo Deva charanai pranantavaya Hari tava charane pranantavaya iti bhavaya iti bhavaya guru kushalam pranateshu iti bhavaya guru kushalam pranateshu jaya jaya deva Hare Hare jaya Shri Jaya Deva Kavirinam Hari Shri Jaya Deva Kavirinam Surute Munam Surute Munam Mangalamuchala Geetam Gurudevodam Mangalamuchala Geetam Jaya Jaya Deva Hare 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 Jaya Jaya Deva Hare Hare Jaya Jaya Deva Hare Hare Jaya Jaya Deva Hare Hare Jaya Jaya Radhe Jaya Krishna Jaya Radhe Jaya Krishna Jaya Radhe Jaya Radhe Krishna Jaya Radhe Krishna Radhe Krishna Jaya Radhe Krishna Sai Gaur Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Sai Gaur Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari It's mandatory for a disciple to always glorify their Gurudev. But glorious is that disciple glorious is the disciple to whom his Gurudev and his Acharyas glorify him. When I am saying this, that means our Srila Gurudev, Shri Bhaktivedānta, Nārāyaṇa Gosvāmī Mahārāja, who appeared on this day, Mauni Amavasya, the day when Shiva, he took this vow of silence. Seeing that Sati, she threw herself in fire. Shiva got so upset and disappointed, and he took this vow of silence, become totally numb. And Gurudev appeared on this day. And throughout his life, he followed the vow of silence. He didn't speak anything. He was just quiet all the time. Yes? He was quiet all the time. From the definition of the word silence explained by Srila Bhaktivedānta Swami Thakur Prabhupada means one who always speaks about Krishna is actually the word silence. And this we have seen in our Srila Gurudev. Shri Radhika Madhave Ropara Madhurja Leela Guna Rupa Nam Pratiksha Nashva Dana Lolupasya Vande Guru Shri Charanaru Indam. All the time just remembering, just chanting, reciting Hari Katha. Shri Narad told in first canto Bhagavatam, Shri Narad told this to Vyasadeva. Tad Vag Sargo Janto Viplo Yasmi Prati Shlokam Pad Toimapi Yasho Ankintani Yasharanti Gayanti Grananti Sadhava. I was hearing a lecture of Srila Gurudev just 2 days back, and he was describing there are two kind of speakers, Sarago and Nirago. This is described by Jiva Gosvāmī. Vakta Sarago Nirago Dui Parikirtita Sarago Loluk Kami Tad Pukta Hidena Sansprishit. The two kind of speakers, Sarag and Nirag. What is the meaning of Saraga? Saraga Lolup Kami. One who is very greedy for adoration, for name and fame, for money and all that. Tad Ukt Hidena Sansprishya. His speaking never touch the heart of the audience. They get more and more indulged in poisonous activities, means materialistic activities. The Vakta, the speaker has to be Niraga, without any other intent, and only one intent, to please Krishna. Then his ukti, his logic, his harikatha touch the heart. And our Srila Gurudev, Shri Bhaktivedānta Nārāyaṇa Gosvāmī Mahārāja Harikatha not only touch the heart, he stole the heart. It's not just about touching the heart. The Harikatha entered in the ears of many around the world, and they all fell in love with Srila Gurudev, and Gurudev stole their hearts. This was the nature. And in that Harikatha, Gurudev is saying, Jao Bhagavad Pado Vaishnava Sthane Ekant Ashray Karo Chaitanya Charane Chaitanya Bhakta Nitya Karo Sang Tabe Jani Me Tu Bhi Anand Samudra Tarang. From where, to whom we should go and approach and hear Śrīmad Bhagavatam from? Jao Bhagavad Pado Vaishnava Sthane. Srila Guru Govind Goswami Maharaj used to sing this. Yes, Mataji? Jao Bhagavat Pado Vaishnavera Sthane Ekanta Ashaya Karo Chaitanya Charane. Srila Guru Govind Goswami Maharaj used to sing this. That means, Jao Bhagavad Pado Vaishnava Sthane. Śrīmad Bhagavatam, that means not only Śrīmad Bhagavatam but all the scriptures which follow Śrīmad Bhagavatam, all Sapta scriptures should be learned by approaching a bona fide Vaishnava. Hear from them and then you will understand Śrīmad Bhagavatam. But Gurudev said, I want to give another level of this understanding. Not just Jao Bhagavad Pado Vaishnava Sthani. But Jao Bhagavad Poro Bhagavate Sthani. Go and hear Bhagavatam from Bhagavats. Not ordinary. From the pure devotees, those who are Param Maha Bhagavats. They can describe the purport of Śrīmad Bhagavatam. Because they are personification Bhagavatam. And that's what Sri Rupa Goswami Pad. So what Gurudev has said is just aligned with the Sri Rupa Goswami Pad. Śrīmad Bhagavat Aswadito Rasika Saha. To hear Śrīmad Bhagavatam and relish Śrīmad Bhagavatam by hearing from Rasik Vaishnav. And when we say Rasik Vaishnav, that means it directly applies to Śrīmad Bhaktivedānta Nārāyaṇa Gosvāmī Mahārāja. Rasik Vaishnav. Who described the purport of Śrīmad Bhagavatam, which is not just reading and learning the verses, but applying the verses, the application of verses. And Srila Gurudev, we have seen in his conduct, practicing and then preaching. This is the meaning of Rasik Vaishnavas. So this is what Nārāyaṇa is telling to Vyasadeva. Tad vāga sargo janto viplo yasmi prati shlokam bad toim api yasho angintani yashavanti gayanti grananti sarva. Our very dear Srila Bhaktivedānta Swami Mahārāja Srila Prabhupada, he wrote this in the beginning of 10th Canto Bhagavatam. Tad vāga sargo janto viplo yasmi. That means, in those who work in publication, we all know. In the preface and the end we just write, there might be some mistakes in some spellings or language. So please forgive for, this kind of statement. So Nārāyaṇa is saying this in the form of a verse. Tavaga sargo janto viplo yasmi prati shloka badatoyamapi. Any composition, any poetry, any writing, not well described, not ornamental language, and not fine paper and printing, but prati shloka badatoyamapi means the glorification of Krishna is present in each and every syllable, each and every word, each and every sentence, each and every page in the entire book. Then, this is the asset of those who are sadhu pravritti, the nature and tendency of sadhu-like devotees. And what they do with this? Yash sharvanti gayanti grananti sadhava. Sharvanti. If they get a very high-class speaker, then they want to become an audience. When they get audience, they want to become speaker. And if there is no audience of speaker, then they just read and relish that. Our Srila Gurudev was like that. Not only that, he was only fond of speaking and speaking. Even though he was such fluent, we all saw him, speaker. There's not even a question about this. But he also wanted to hear from his godbrothers and also from his Diksha and Shiksha disciples. We are witness to this. In Parikramas, at the time of Janmashtami, he used to host those conference only for Krishna Tattva, 7 days. God Prabhu knows, in Mathura. So many scholars used to come from all over Braj Mandal. An assembly took place at Mathura, Keshavji Gaudiya Math. Srila Gurudev presiding that ceremony and invited all the scholars and only one topic, Krishna Tattva. We were very young brahmacharis those days. Everything was going above head, what they are speaking. Claiming the superiority of Krishna being Supreme Personality of Godhead from the Vedas, from the Puranas, from the Brahma Sutras, from the Mahārāja, from Śrīmad Bhagavatam and all. Amazing, amazing lectures. Sanskrit scholars. Saptatirtha. There are many designations. Saptatirtha means very high degree. And they're speaking so much about Krishna Tattva, Krishna Tattva, Krishna. Gurudev used to relish this a lot. Shanavanti. Not only that he's speaker, also hearing and listening. Mahadev, Shiva is not only reciting Bhagavatam to his consort, but he is also fond of hearing from her. That's the nature of a sadhu. Gurudev used to relish this from those learned scholars. And then on Radhashmi time, then there was ceremony, seminars on the conference on Radha Tattva. And Gurudev used to relish this, hearing this. Then on Sri Rupa Gosvāmī, Jhulan festival, hearing so much glories of Sri Rupa Gosvāmī. And not only from the scholars, but also from his god brothers. Not only from his god brothers, but also from his disciples. Brahmachari, sannyasi, grastas, even daughters. Stand up. Speak. And in Kartik Parikrama, we saw Gurudev was going like this. When he's hearing. Who taught? All the brahmachari, grasta, vanprastha and sannyasis and the boys and the girls. Gurudev taught them. And throughout his life. And when he's hearing back, he's relishing those tattvas. Shravanti, then Gayanti. When he's presiding the ceremony, the parikrama in Navdeep Dham, then giving so much insight of Gaur Leela. Who is Gaur Mahaprabhu? What is the importance of Gaur Dham, Gaur Naam and Gaur Kam? So many details of Mahaprabhu. Which Dham is superior? We were hearing other day. Gurudev used to tell, is Navdeep superior or Jagannath Puri superior? That was his meditation. It's not written anywhere. This is what he was meditating while he was chanting and inviting devotees from all over the world to please come and participate in Navdeep Dham Parikrama to get the mercy of Gaur Dham and Gaur Naam. Because this is a Dham where even the great personalities like Brahma, Indra, they got excused of their offenses towards Krishna. Even Brahma, Indra, all these personalities. So Aparad Bhanjan Pat. Come and get rid of your offenses. It's easy in Gauradham. And Gurudev used to say one statement. I will make you take a dip in Ganga, in Navdeep, and will pull you out from Vishram Ghat in Jamuna in Mathura. I will throw you in Ganga in Navdeep and will take out in Jamuna, Vishram Ghat. This was his statement. And then in Kartik Parikrama, inspiring all devotees to come and participate in Braj Mandal Parikrama. Because Nārāyaṇa got this promise from Krishna. Nārāyaṇa got this promise from Krishna. Whoever comes and touch the Brajadham and sit at that very place where the pastime took place, you promise me, must give your prema bhakti to that candidate. And Krishna objected, why are you making so simple, Nārāyaṇa? Nārāyaṇa said, because in Kali Yuga, jivas are very fallen. Mand sumand matteo mand bhagye upaditam. They have bad fortune. They have no intelligence. They don't know what is good, what is wrong. They just following the urges of their mind and senses. So please Krishna, And Krishna promised Nārāyaṇa, yes, okay, I'll give my Prem Bhakti. Gurudev, such staunch faith in these words of Nārāyaṇa from Brihad Bhagavatamritam. And on the words of Sri Nārāyaṇa and this promise, Gurudev was literally begging everyone, come to Braj Mandal Parikrama and hear Hari Katha. And there in Braj Mandal Parikrama, he was drowning everyone in that Braj Bhav. By all the time telling, with Vedi Bhakti you can't achieve. This was the topic what the earlier speaker just said. Aishwarya Shethil Prem Nahi Mor Preet. When there is reverential mood, one cannot develop prem with me. So one have to become to the level of performing Raganuga Bhakti. Vedi Pravit Raganuga Bhakti. We are not following Vedi Bhakti to go to Vaikuntha. And we are also not following Raganuga Bhakti because we are not qualified. There's something very high. So Srila Gurudev described what we are following then. Vedi Pravit Raga Bhakti. Following the rules and regulations with a goal, with the aim to attain a Raga Bhakti. Then it's also inclusive in a Raga Bhakti. Not just exclusively Vedi Bhakti which other sampradayas perform. Neglecting rules and regulations detrimental to bhakti, and too much adherence to rules and regulation also detrimental to bhakti. Niyamagraha is not allowed, is not valid. So, Raganuga Bhakti means Ragatmika Anusmritya Sacha Raganuga Uchate. Following the footsteps of Ragatmi Bhaktas. These were the lectures of Srila Gurudev from 1996. Everywhere. Delhi, Mumbai, here in America or Holland. First country Gurudev visited Holland. Everywhere the same topic. Infusion. Raganuga Bhakti. What is that Raganuga Bhakti? Following the footsteps of Ragatmi Bhaktas. Who are Ragatmi Bhaktas? Those who have spontaneous love for Krishna. Ishte Swaraski Ragam Param Bhavish Tad Bhaved Tanmaya Bhaved Bhakti Saragatmika Uchate. Those associates of Krishna, they have spontaneous love. They have not practiced that love for Krishna. It's just spontaneous in nature. So following the footsteps of those spontaneous nature, Ragatmika Bhaktas is called Raganuga Bhakti. So Gurudev used to say, get inspired from Yashoda Maiya. Get inspiration from Nand Maharaj. And once upon a time, in Parikrama I remember, Srila Gurudev was in Gokul with 1500, 2000 devotees in Parikrama. And those Gokul Pandits, just to get money from everyone, they closed the curtain when we arrived there. And he made Srila Gurudev very respectful, sitting in front and all his disciples in the back. And Gurudev was requesting, please open the curtain, we are here to have darshan. He said, no, wait a minute. Let me say something, because this is how they start. He said, you all are very fortunate, you are performing Braj Mandal Parikrama under guidance of your Gurudev, and you are here to see Bhagwan Krishna, Bhagwan Shri Krishna, and this way you get blessings. Go back to your countries and get the blessings of Bhagwan Shri Krishna. But Gurudev can't compromise anything if it is up Siddhanta. Then he said, I'm going to open the curtain, but Maharaj, first you speak something. Then I will open the curtain. Let some Hari Katha. And Gurudev got this good platform to speak and crush his speech and his ideas. Fearless preaching. Right on his face. Srila Gurudev said, I thought I'm in Braj. Actually I'm in Braj in Gokul. And I'm shocked These people, they claim themselves to be Brajvasis. No Brajvasi ever addressed Krishna as Bhagwan. And he is an elderly person, like the age of Nand Baba. Nand Baba never addressed Krishna as his son, as Bhagwan, always addressed him as his darling son. What kind of Brajvasi is he? Try it on his face. Where they have an army of the priests around them. Guru fearlessly just said this. You're not Brajvasi. Brajvasi never addressed Krishna as Bhagwan. You should say Nanda Nandan Krishna, Yashoda Nandan Krishna. So Gurudev corrected him, who claiming themselves to be Brajvasis. Then who is idly Brajvasi? Srila Gurudev is idly a Brajvasi. So not only preaching outside Braj, but also correcting and preaching those who claim they are Brajvasis in Braj. Then in the other parikrama, Gurudev, he went to Barsana Darshan. Jai Shri Radha Madhav Ji ki Jai. Shri Barsana Darshan. And there in Barsana Darshan, again the Pujari said something like that. Nandagaon Darshan. And the head priest, again he closed the curtain and he said, you all are here, very fortunate, performing Braj Mandal Parikrama under the guidance of Nārāyaṇa Mahārāja and his famous personality in the whole Braj, trying to just glorify him. But something is said so wrong. This Nandagaon is in-laws of Radharani. And inside you're going to see Krishna and Balaram, Yashoda Maya Nand Baba, and Krishna's wife Radha. Gurudev became so upset. And he got a good platform to speak. He said, these people, they claim they're Brajvasis. They don't read any scripture. They're not stamped with the scriptures of Rupa Gosvāmī and our Gosvāmis. Right on the face. And they were all standing there and listening to Gurudev. No one dare came in front of him and say anything to him. Because Gurudev was giving not only scripture reference, but he was also giving logics. How do you all can say, Radharani is married to Krishna and this is in-laws of Radha, of my Radharani, of Srimati Radhika? How come? You people will not understand scriptures. I can give you logics. This you can understand very well. If Radharani is married to Krishna, why they secretly hide and meet each other? Tell me. What is the purpose of this Sanket, which is a midway between Barsan and Nandagaon? Sanket. Why they secretly meet each other there? Why they hide? Why Radharani then, on the pretext of seeing Krishna, she tells lies to her mother-in-law. Jatila, I'm going for Surya Puja to worship sun god. Why? Why Krishna also tell lies? Why they meet secretly if they are married? Tell me. And they have no answer. No answer. And Gurudev started like smashing them, one after the other. So many logics. Krishna married queens in Dwarika. And with every queen, Krishna got 11 children. If Radharani is married to Krishna, why not one child? Why not? Absurd. Totally wrong philosophy you're preaching here. And in this way, all the priests were like, just looking at him. They have no answer. What they're going to say? Because they all know how Radharani and Krishna, they are meeting secretly in the kunjas. What is the logic of that then? If they're married? They have no answers. So even in Braj Mandal, Gurudev was such a renowned personality that all pandas and priests of all the temples And the scholars, they were familiar with the name Bhaktivedānta Nārāyaṇa Mahārāja. Okay. I am the witness one time in Mathura when Gurudev called upon all the scholars to speak on Krishna, and they were speaking so much about Krishna, you'll be shocked to hear. And Gurudev used to speak on the last day, just giving respect to the Brajvasis. Okay? Because Gurudev was a host, so he's always speaking in the last day. I mean, a day before, 2 days prior to Janmashtami. Then Gurudev used to conclude saying, "Oh, I'm concluding the assembly. I'm so thankful. All the respected scholars are here. We learned a lot from all of you, you Brajvasis, and I'm not from Braj. I'm from outside of Braj. But I've also took some remnants of Brajvasis. I'm surviving on the remnants of Brajvasis." And they thought, oh, Gurudev is addressing to them. They, out of pride, they're thinking Gurudev is referring to them, but actually no. Gurudev is referring to actual Brajvasis. Srila Bhaktivedānta Thakur is Brajvasi. Sri Rupa Gosvāmī is Brajvasi. And taking remnants from Brajvasi means the remnants of this literature, their books. Gurudev said, I also took some remnants of Brajvasis. Therefore, I'm sorry to say, most of you are saying Krishna born in Mathura, which is not true. And I don't need to give any logics because you all understand Shastras. Then Gurudev gave account of so many verses claiming that Krishna is son of Nanda Maharaj and Yashoda Maiya. Is not the son of Devaki and Vasudeva. The son of Devaki Vasudeva is different from the son of Yashoda Maiya and Nanda Baba. It's two different personalities. Gurudev said, Śrīmad Bhagavatam can't be wrong. No one can refute Śrīmad Bhagavatam. No sampradaya ever can overrule Śrīmad Bhagavatam. And in Śrīmad Bhagavatam, Brahma said, who's our Adi Guru, that Krishna is the son of Nanda Maharaj. No medyate avrapushu tadidambaraya gunjavata paripichal sanmukhaya vane sajjar kavlar vetra vishanu venu lakshmashe midupade pashu pankajaya. In short, in the last, Brahma said, Pashu pankajaya. Krishna is the maintainer of the cows. Krishna is the son of the maintainer of the cows. And who is the maintainer of the cows? Is Vasudeva Maharaj or Nanda Baba? It's Nanda Maharaj. So Brahmaji is referring to Nanda Maharaj. Krishna being the son of Nanda Maharaj. Then Gurudev says, second evidence is Gargacharya. Such renowned personality. And who can cross Gargacharya words? When he came to give name ceremony of Krishna Balaram, Shri Gargacharya said, Tasman Nand Atmajam Tehi Nārāyaṇa Samo Gunaha. In Nand Maharaj, Krishna, this boy on the lap of his mother Yashoda, is your Atmaj, means your son. It's not that he came from Mathura. He's your son, Nārāyaṇa Samo Gunaha. Pandits are looking at each other. Nārāyaṇa Maharaj, what he's saying is correct. Then Gurudev said, third example, the third evidence, Shukdev Gosvāmī. Just after the birth of Krishna, the second chapter, the announcement of the festival at Gokul, Nand Utsav, Shri Shukdev Gosvāmī was out of joy. He's saying, what's that verse?
How about
Snat Suchit Alankrita. Snat Suchit Alankrita. Shukdev Gosvāmī announced Nand Utsav. it was just here, I forgot. Snata Suchi Lankrita. Nandastu Atmaj Utpanne Jat Halad Mahamana Ayu Vipraved Gyat Snat Suchi Alankrita. Nandastu Atmaj Utpanne. Shukdev Goswami can't say lies. And what he's saying, right after the first chapter, the birth of Krishna, the 10th canto, Shukdev Goswami claimed, what I said? Nandastu Atmaj Utpanne. Hey Nand Maharaj, your Atmaj, Atmaj means son, your Atma, your soul, has taken birth as your son. Utpanne, Jat Halad Mahamana. Gurudev said, Shukdev Goswami claimed, Jayati Jan Nivaso, Devaki Janma Vado. Krishna is the son of Devaki, this is just Vivad, argumental. Jayati Jan Nivaso. Krishna is born in Braj, not outside Braj. And Gurudev said, and my topmost authority is Braj Gopis. And you all are familiar with Gopi Geet. And in the Gopi Geet, the very first verse is Jayati te dikam janmanam braja Shayat indira shashwadatrahi. Jayati te dikam janmanam braja. Krishna, since you have taken birth in Braj, this Braj has become the sportive pastime of goddess of fortune, Lakshmi Devi. How can you claim gopis are wrong? These are evidences and many more. I only remember 4 or 5. And Gurudev gave so many. And in the last he said, this is the remnants of my Brajvasis, which I honored their remnants. And now our conference is over. I'm thanking everyone who came here. So while we serving prasadam, we brahmachari serving prasadam to the scholars, they were speaking to each other. Nārāyaṇa Mahārāja is a big scholar. Nārāyaṇa Mahārāja is a big scholar. The glories of Srila Gurudev. He is so famous in Braj that the Braj Vasis, they're glorifying him. It's not just the disciples glorifying one's Guru. That's easy, right? But scholars of Braj glorifying Srila Gurudev. And that's why they gave him an award. What was that? Yuga Acharya. And Gurudev felt so embarrassed. I'm not qualified to accept this. My Rupa Goswami, my Bhaktivedānta Thakur, Bhaktisiddhanta Prabhupada, my Guru Maharaj never accepted this. Yuga Acharya means big, something big. He was so reluctant. But immediately then he accepted this. Rejection was for some reason and acceptance is also for a reason. And sometimes we get confused of their acceptance. If they accept our adoration, we think, oh, they're after name and fame. I'm not speaking about Gurudev, but it can be with any senior preacher or Vaishnava also. Oh, he's accepting services, he's accepting glorification. But who knows, who can understand the intent behind that acceptance? That acceptance is a form of service. And rejection is also acceptance, and acceptance is also acceptance. For example, I don't know who, but any Mataji who made this garland, if he or she offered this garland and I say, hey, nonsense, throw away, how will you feel? Good or bad? So I offended you. Just give an example. I'm no one, but just give me an example. But if I accept that garland happily, not to just show off that I'm sitting on a raised platform and I'm a speaker and I'm Mahārāja and all so and so. Not like that. With happy mood, if I'm accepting this, I'm serving that devotee who made this and wanted to offer to me. So to make that happy means to serve them, to serve her. This is my service to accept. Just to give example, to illustrate why then Srila Gurudev accepted that title, Yogacharya. To what's the reason? To serve the entire Guru Parampara. To serve the entire Guru Parampara through me. Everyone will come to know the glories of my Guru Vargas. This is service, not just showing or exhibiting one's glories. So Gurudev was extraordinary. And many people were not able to digest his glories. Why is extraordinary? What's the difference between ordinary and extraordinary? Is that little extra. That's the only difference, which makes a lot of difference. Dhurte braje tane tanushushta bhamyam ma dakshina bhav kalankani lagavaya Radhe girim shunum iti shikshayanti devim gunai sulalitam lalitam namami. Oh Radhe, you are the most unchaste woman in Braj. That unchaste rather is taking as an ornament. Because I'm getting blamed for being unchaste, I'm married to Abhimanyu and I'm in love with Krishna, so they are claiming I'm unchaste, that's my ornaments. Because Krishna is the center of that. Because it's for Krishna, I'm being addressed as unchaste. So Gurudev has no fear. He said, I only want to glorify my Radharani because I only take her remnants. No matter who says what, I'm not going to stop this. This stream, this current of the flow of Radharani's love for Krishna, or we can say Krishna's love for Radharani. No one can stop this stream because I have learned this from my acharyas. Krishnadas Kaviraj Gosvāmī, who in Chaitanya Charitamrita is saying directly, Bujibe Rasik Jan na Bujibe Mood. Only Rasik will understand what I am writing. And while writing Chaitanya Charitamrita is saying, even though I am writing so many glories of Radharani, and maybe many will get confused, I will not understand. And they are going to be like, what kind of devotees? Camel, who eat only cactus and get the blood. But only kokil-like devotees, cuckoo bird-like devotees, they will relish ambre pallav, the mango fruit. The cuckoo bird relish mango fruit. So I have no fear. Whoever thinks what, Krishnadas Kaviraj Gosvāmī. But I'm sure those cuckoo-like birds, the swan-like devotees, they will appreciate my composition and they will taste and relish this. So I'm writing for them. And whoever wants to criticize me, let them do. Gurudev was also like this. And actually many criticized him. He never stopped. He said, if my Radharani is saying this, I'm the most unchaste woman, this is the ornament. Gurudev said, this is also my ornament. This is my tilak. This is my ornament. Because I keep the dust from the lotus of Radharani on my forehead. This is tilak. And who can say Srila Gurudev? I was just reading Updeshavali, the instruction by Srila Bhaktivedānta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada, evidence. And in this, Srila Prabhupada is saying directly, serving the Brajvasis, hear this, serving the Brajvasis who felt great separation from Krishna when he left Braj To reside in Mathura is our supreme constitutional occupation. Serving the Brajavasis when they are in separation from Krishna, when Krishna went to Mathura. They are in need. And we are here to only serve them. This is only our occupation. Can we relate this? The mood of Bhaktivedānta Prabhupada with the mood of Srila Gurudev. The same mood. Same mood. Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur expressed, if I get a choice to leave my body, I would like to leave my body in Kurukshetra. What? Not Radhakund? Radhakund Tata Kunja Kutira? Or Chintamani May Radhakund Tata? He said no. In Brajmandal? No. Kurukshetra. Why? Because my Swamini, my Radharani, is in lot of need there. Because she has to take her lot of her life, or her life, back to Braj. She's Vyogani, Radha there. Okay? If I get this choice, I want to be there serving my Radharani, because she is in great need of me there. Me means as Kamala Manjari. Mathur Vire Brajavasi. Those Brajavasis were in separation from Krishna. Srila Gurudev was distributing these modes of Brajavasis. And that's why, forget about the disciples of Gurudev. His authorities, his Shiksha and Diksha Guru was so proud of him and glorified Srila Gurudev, their disciple. If you read the preface of Shri Jaiv Dharma, Param Gurudev is glorifying Srila Gurudev there. I'm so much thankful to Shri Bhaktivedānta Nārāyaṇa Mahārāja for putting so much efforts in producing Shri Jaiv Dharma in Hindi language. And for this, he learned another language which is not his mother tongue, his Bengali language, to translate this Jaiv Dharma in Hindi for the Hindi reading opulence for the North Indians, so that they can understand the moods of Bhaktivinoda Thakur and the doctrine of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And this section of people they're eternally indebted, something like this. I don't remember exactly the words. And in that regard, what Srila Prabhupada has to say, Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, establishing printing press to print devotional books and preaching by organizing Namhatta programs constitutes genuine service to Sri Mayapur Dham. Printing books and working on books. We all know.
And distributing books.
That's not what Prabhupada is writing here.
Okay,
We all know how in Hawaii, Gurudev used to spend months to take bath on the beach, in the sea. What he was doing here? Retirement. Yeah, to have a little relaxed time of his tiring preaching tour. Even in Hawaii, there at Vrindavan Prabhu's house, he was tirelessly writing books. And I remember, in those days there was no mobile phones, only those landline phones. And me with my god brother Madhav Priyapu, we were in Rup Sanatan Mutt, and there was only that, that black phone, landline. Gurudev used to call while swinging on his, what is that?
the swing on the porch.
Yeah, he's calling. What's happening with my books? Make sure you get it printed before I come. They are not just writing books. He's in Hawaii, but serving what? Shri Mayapur Dham. Printing books. And of course, as Gadar Prabhu said, Printing means to distribute also, to distribute those books. But Gurudev always emphasized, first you read, then you distribute. Not just distribute. First you read, because if someone will ask you a question, what is in this book about? Or you ask any question in relate to that book, how are you going to answer? This was Gurudev preaching in 1995 in Delhi when we used to go and hear from him. 1992, sorry. Read these books first and then go out, distribute and preach. So Param Gurudev, giving so much regards, glorifying, appreciating Srila Gurudev's work for his services. And as you all know, very dear godmother of Param Gurudev, Shri Bhaktivedānta Swami Mahārāja Srila Prabhupada, who wrote so many letters from America, signing and addressing to Gurudev. I can't forget, you are my best friend. You have helped me so much. Because of you, I got sannyas. You insisted me to take sannyas. We had such close, intimate friendship. And they were together at Sri Radha Damodar temple, making chapatis. It's not just making chapatis. They both were planning how to conquer the world. Making chapatis, you have to need two hands. Making like this. So 2 hands means 2 Bhaktivedāntas. I will go and preach Krishna is the Supreme Personality. You go and preach, he is not Supreme Personality. Chapatis. It's not just chapatis. There were great planning going on there. There was great planning. And then, in the last, he expressed his desire, I want you to give me samadhi. Even though there were so many god brothers of Srila Prabhupada present on the planet that moment. But he chose Srila Gurudev because of his so much close and intimate friendship and confidence in him. And his services towards Param Gurudev and the entire Gaudiya Samaj. And then he also expressed, I've only preached little bit, just ABCD. I want you to give more. The books of Rupa Gosvāmī and Jiva Gosvāmī. The literature of Sanatana Gosvāmī. And Srila Gurudev, taking this order, he preached those. Serving his Shiksha Gurudevs and his Diksha Gurudev. And once upon a time, one godmother of Param Gurudev came and said, in Navdeep Mutt, why don't you plant some flowers in the garden? It's all empty here. So to get some nice flowers, to get fragrance, the whole compound will get fragrant. And Param Gurudev said, I already have 3 beautiful flowers. He said, no, I can't see any flowers. Param Gurudev said, yes, I have beautiful 3 flowers. Means Shri Bhaktivedānta Vāman Gosai Maharaj, Shri Bhaktivedānta Trikram Gosai Maharaj, and Shri Bhaktivedānta Nārāyaṇa Gosai Maharaj, our Gurudev. The fragrance of these flowers will going to go all over the world in future. Param Gurudev already predicted this. Understand? So, at present time, focus on this point. At present times, all Gaudiya devotees, when I say all Gaudiya devotees means all disciples of respected Gurudevs of all Gaudiya mutts and even from ISKCON, they are all Gaudiya devotees, right? One Gaudiya umbrella, right? Now, entire world, the Gaudiya Vaishnava Samaj is acquainted with the books and even the names of Gaudiya Acharyas. Means Srila Bhakti Raksha Sridhar Gosai Maharaj, Srila Bhakti Dait Madhav Gosai Maharaj, Srila Bhakti Pramod Puri Gosai Maharaj, Bhakti Pragyan Kesha Gosai Maharaj, and many more. How the entire Gaudiya Samaj came to know from whom they came to know about all this name and got familiar with these names, all credit goes to Śrīmad Bhaktivedānta Nārāyaṇa Gosvāmī Mahārāja, our Srila Gurudev. He introduced Gaudiya to the entire world. When Gaudiya preachers and Gaudiya acharyas were getting neglected, they were not even familiar with the sannyas guru of Srila Bhaktivedānta Swami Maharaj. They were not even familiar of that. Gurudev introduced this. Okay. Not only Param Gurudev, but all other acharyas. And at this present moment, you see many YouTube channels, many fluent speakers, all respect to them, very nice devotees. They are now openly preaching Jaya Dharma, openly preaching Radharani Tattva, openly preaching Bhakti Sama Sindhu, Sat Sandarbhas, openly. And from where they are getting all this? The lectures of Srila Gurudev and the books of Srila Gurudev. They are reading this. But the only difficult part is they are not uttering the name of Gurudev and they are not giving credit to him. And then Srila Gurudev said this: the entire world will come to know what I have given to them when I leave this planet, not when I am present on this planet. And we are seeing this now is happening. He also said, when I will leave this planet, one Bhaktivedānta Nārāyaṇa Maharaj will go, but there will be hundreds of Bhaktivedānta Nārāyaṇa Maharaj all over the world. What that means? That meaning, his Hari Katha, his moods will be propagated all over the world. And this is happening in all the Gaudiya maths. I travel all over. I meet many sannyasis, from many preachers, from ISKCON, from Gaudiya maths. I'm a traveler, I travel all over the world, globe. So I'm saying this openly. They all are speaking the same language now. They're speaking the same language as Srila Gurudev was speaking years back. When he was not even being liked by some section of people, but now everyone is liking him. And this is what Gurudev predicted. When I will leave, then they will understand what I have given to this world. And that contribution of Srila Gurudev to this world is unparalleled. And it's going to be forever, forever, forever. The entire Gaudiya Samaj is eternally indebted to this great Acharya, this Rasik Acharya, this Yuga Acharya, Śrīmad Bhaktivedānta Nārāyaṇa Gosvāmī Maharaj, eternally indebted for his great contribution to the whole world. It can't be destroyed. It's in digital now. It will be forever, forever, for yugas, maybe for the next Sat Yuga too. When there will be annihilation, there will be some preservation. All these things will be preserved. No one can destroy. This is open now. And Gurudev opened that chest. Just like Sri Rupa Goswami, he opened that chest. Yang Kali Rupa Sharira Nadharata Tab Braj Prem Mahaniti Kutarita Kaun Kapat Udavta Ko Janat Mathura Vrindavan Ko Janat Brajarita. Who understood the Brajarit? Brajarit means the mood of Braj. Prior to Rupa Goswami, no one. Shri Rupa Goswami opened that chest. But that chest which Shri Rupa Goswami opened and he gave, it was distributed to a small section. But Gurudev grabbed all those jewels which was in the chest of the Shri Rupa Goswami and he started distributing like this, like candies. But he was distributing those jewels and we took those as candies. We took those as candies. This is the problem. We see the Updeshavali, the instruction of Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Prabhupada in this book. Read them. And you see this is all the mood of Srila Gurudev. So, he got glorified by Srila Param Gurudev, Srila Bhaktivedānta Swami Prabhupada, my Guru Maharaj, glorified Srila Gurudev so much. Shri Nārāyaṇa Maharaj is producing those books of the Gosvāmīs. This is a wonderful seva for the Gaudiya Samaj. And he always used to tell Gurudev, whenever you produce a new book, please give one book to me. Guru Maharaj was so much appreciating Srila Gurudev. Then his godbrother, who is senior to him, Sri Bhaktivedānta Vāman Gosai Maharaj, he gives so many titles to Srila Gurudev. Vaikuntha Varta Vahak, the carrier of the Varta, means Varta? Huh? Words? Varta means, so the simple meaning is speech. The talks. Varta. Srila Guru Vāman Gosai Maharaj, can you imagine? Not a simple person, Acharya. His words full of gravity, not loose like us. If he is saying something, it has significance. And he gave a title to Srila Gurudev saying, he is Vaikuntha Varta Vahak, the carrier of the talks of Vaikuntha. What is that Vaikuntha there means? Not just Vaikuntha. Vaikuntha means also Golok Vrindavan. What's happening there? He is the carrier of that. And his Keshav Priya, Vāman Gosai Maharaj is saying, his Keshav Priya is so dear to Shri Bhakti Pragyan Keshav Gosai Maharaj because of his Mano Vishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale. Shri Keshav Mano Vishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale. Swayam Shri Nārāyaṇa Kadamayam Dada. Swayam Rup Kadamayam Dadati Sapadankitam. Swayam Shri Nārāyaṇa Padam Vadantikam. And in other words, in other glorification, Yadi Gauranga na haito, tabe ki haito, kemana dharitam deha, Radhara Mahima, Prema Rasa Sima, Jagato Janato ke. If Mahaprabhu would have not come, who have glorified and distributed the glories of Shri Radharani? Similarly, Yadi Narayan na haito, tabe ki haito, kemana dharitam deha, Radhara Mahima, Prema Rasa Sima, Jagato Janato ke. Who would have glorified the glories of, distributed the glories of Radharani if she, Bhaktivedānta Nārāyaṇa Gosai Maharaj, would have not come on this day, Mauni Amavasya, in 1921. A special personality, Radharani's Nijjan, Radharani's maid servant. She came and she undated the whole world with the moods of Radharani, the moods of Brajavasis, and boldly said, the aim and object is Radha Dasyam, not less than that. So it's too late now. But there are many glorifications. What I was planning and thinking, I have not even started yet. So we keep this for the next visit. Huh? We keep this for the next visit. There are so many glories, and all Gurudev resides in all of your hearts. You all have served him so much, and you all have so many memories and instructions, universal and personal instructions. So let us keep this for the next visit. I don't know when, but maybe this year, anytime. Thanking so much to all the devotees who are coming this week, and thank you so much for New Shiva Sangam and the devotees, Shri Gaur Prabhu and his entire family, his sisters, nephews, niece, Chandrakanta Didi, Suchandra Didi, and all devotees, and those who helped in preparing the feast for these days, the devotees from Maui, Shama Didi and Anuradha Didi, Anuvilasan Didi, Aradhana Didi. They came all the way to attend this festival, and all the devotees who came from far. I'm the one who came the most far from. Thanking me also. I sometimes get over friendly, so don't mind. But really from bottom of my heart, thanking Srila Gurudev to give us this God family. Eka ki amar nahi paival. Alone we can't do this. But when we come together and we do this kind of festivals and celebrations, with just a pure intent of just glorifying Him, not to show off of any other kind, just embracing the moods of Srila Gurudev, reminding of him, his instruction, remembering his instruction, and forget any other thing. We need this kind of dose very often. Otherwise, after festival, now we are very inspired. Even the kids start chanting 10 rounds a day. But what will happen after 2-3 days? Gradually fading and losing. The same schedule. But we have to very good in following the schedule what we had. So let us do this again and again, this kind of celebration, being community together, so many fingers together makes a big fist, and it's so much strength. Otherwise we are just single, no strength, no bala. Understand? So keep on having my suggestion, my request. Every Sunday, one congregation, either here or at Shravan's house or some other devotee house, whoever wants, just to be together. And Gopa Vrindava Prabhu, very fluent in all the Shastras. He has answers of all the questions, helping so many devotees. So he can speak Hari Katha, like a book study of any Gopi Geet or Updesh Amrit, whatever. So every Sunday, if we come together, or every second Sunday, if every Sunday is too much to do, then every second Sunday, at least twice a month, to recharge this battery. As Srila Gurudev used to say, I invite all of you 3 times a year to India to recharge your bhakti. And that is once in Navdi Parikrama, second is Rath Yatra, and third is Braj Parikrama. I humbly request on behalf of our team from India, team means our devotees, organization, please come to Kartik Parikrama and please come to Navdi Parikrama as you were coming before, because there are still so many memories of Srila Gurudev present in those parikramas. Believe me, when we all sannyasis, brahmacharis, grastas, we sit together on a dais and we have this Hari Katha for glorifications of Krishna or Radharani or whatever topic is. One thing common in all the speakers, even though they start speaking 5 minutes on any tattva, and after 5 minutes they all just come to Srila Gurudev. It gives so much inspiration, because no one can survive or live without glorifying Him, because we all received everything from Him. Such a nice mood in Kartik Parikrama, so friendly, like-minded mood, and just Srila Gurudev mood in Navdi Parikrama and Kartik Parikrama. Every single speaker just speak about Srila Gurudev in all the parikramas. So make an attempt, as you were coming earlier at the time of Srila Gurudev, save money, come to at least once a year, one time in Navdi Parikrama, other time in Kartik Parikrama, for the sake of Srila Gurudev. And Gurudev is present in Navdi Dham, yes, in his Samadhi, and he wants everyone to come and see him. So please come and see him. Falling Shinali Dham Parikrama. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna. Thank you, New Shiva Sangam Temple and all the beautiful devotees. My god sister, she cooked so much in this week and took care of me and all of you so much, and thanking everyone actually. I don't want to take one name, it's all of you. Hare Krishna.
Maharaj, we just do Guru Puja and Prasad?
Yes. So do we have Aarti ready for Guru Puja?
Guru Puja and then
Yeah.
no Aarti, just
We'll do Guru Puja.
Prasad.
And this is my personal request. We were going to do Guru Puja, and all the seniors please come forward, followed by the next generation. And I request Gaur Prabhu to sing Shri Guru Charana Padma, because he used to sing for Srila Gurudev and Gurudev was very happy and fond of him. You please lead this kirtan and we all follow you. So here we conclude our festival. I'm leaving tomorrow morning and see you all again soon. Hare Krishna.